could really go for some pizza right now. Pizza crud. Can I take your order? Yeah, I'd like one pizza smut supreme pizza with all the fixings. Yeah, I'll get it right in the oven and out to you, bro. Oh, awesome, man. Thanks. I'm super hungry. Here you go, brah. One pizza smut supreme pizza. I hope you like it. Oh yeah, this looks good. Alright. Can't wait to eat this. Ah, it tastes like cardboard. Hey guys, Retired at 40 here. I love my Traeger, and one of my favorite things to make on the Traeger is homemade pizza. We make the crust homemade, and it turns out smoky and thick and crispy. And it's unlike any kind of pizza you can get from delivery. Today we're going to make a chicken barbecue pizza, but you can swap out any of the ingredients for your own as we go. The best part about the Traeger pizza is the homemade crust. It's thick and crispy, and it gets a smoky flavor to it. So our first step is to mix 1 cup of warm water with 1 tablespoon of yeast. And we're going to let that set for about 5 minutes, and it should get some bubbles in it. And if it doesn't have bubbles, then it means the yeast is no good. When you see the bubbles, that means that the yeast are still alive. Alright, first step is 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then 2 tablespoons of honey. Okay, next we need 1 teaspoon of salt. We use Himalayan pink salt, but you can use regular table salt if you want. Go ahead and dump it. And then last thing that goes in is half a cup of wheat flour, because this is whole wheat pizza crust. Go ahead. Alright, and then we throw ours in the KitchenAid mixer. Okay, so I've transferred ours into the mixer bowl. I've added another cup of flour into here. It's starting to get that thicker texture now. So I've got a cup and a half total of flour in here. And you kind of just want to mix it for a while, and then you add as much as necessary. Our recipe calls for 2.5 total, but it kind of just depends on a lot of different variables. So just kind of add some as you go, just to see. Alright, we're adding another half cup of wheat flour, so now we're up to 2 cups. We'll give that a try and see what it looks like. Alright, so we put about 2 cups of flour in ours. You can actually, if you add too much flour, you can add a little bit of water here and there, just not too much, just to get back down to the right consistency. You can kind of see ours is starting to ball up now. And you can knead this by hand, or you can use the mixer. Sometimes we do a combination of both just to get that right consistency, but this is a pretty important step, because if your consistency isn't right, it's not going to turn out very well. Alright, so your dough should look similar to that. The kneading not only makes the consistency better, but it'll actually get the air bubbles out of there also. So you want to add a little bit of oil to the bottom of a pan, and then cover the outside of the dough with oil and throughout the pan. And then you want to take some plastic wrap and cover the top of it. And then this needs to go in a warm, dry place for the dough to rise. We like to use the oven. Just turn it on to about 150, and once it gets to 150, just turn it off so it's warm. Stick it in the oven and let it sit for about half an hour. The dough will start to rise and get nice and poofy, and then we'll roll it out. Now that our crust is sat in here for about half an hour, you can see that it's just about doubled in size. It's looking real good. It gets real puffy once that yeast starts to rise and makes for a real nice crust. So right before we roll out our crust, we like to get the Traeger going on smoke. So just click it on smoke and let that warm up for 5 or 10 minutes, and in the meantime we're going to go roll out some crust. Okay, so extra bonus for all you guys that have stuck around. This actually makes 2 pizzas. So split your dough in half, and right now I'm just going to do one. You can repeat once you're done with the first one. Okay, so let's make the edge. Just kind of take it with your fingers and pinch the edges. You can make it thicker or thinner, however you want it. Okay, so next you just need to take this and lift it up. Sometimes if it's a little sticky, you can just do one side at a time. You can also fold it over. But you want to transfer this onto a pan, and then we'll head out to the Traeger. Okay, so next you need to take it up from smoke up to 375, or if your grill will do 400, then do 400. Ours goes from 375 to 450, so 450 is way too much, so we do 375. And then as soon as that gets up to temperature, then you can throw your pizza on. Okay, next step, just take some olive oil, and you just want to spread it on this top crust, just to keep it from sticking to the grates, because this side is actually going to go down onto the grates. Okay, so quick hands. Okay, so once you're all oiled up, oiled side goes down on the grate. You can do that however you want to. I like to do it in kind of one motion. That was nice. You can see this other one's been on here already for a little bit, and once they're ready, you can kind of start. You can get a spatula under them, but we'll let that sit in there for a little bit longer. Okay, these have been on here for probably 5, 6, 7 minutes maybe. Kind of just test it with your spatula and see if it moves freely. You might get a couple air bubbles or whatever, but you ideally want the bottom side to be crispy. Okay, so to make your life easier, you just want to olive oil the other side now. Same thing, just brush all around. Okay, and then we're going to give it the flip. You're not trying to make it crispy yet, you just want it cooked. So we like to involve the kids with cooking whenever we can. This is a good time to do it because they can choose their own toppings for the pizzas. So usually we'll do an adult pizza with the stuff that we like, and then a kid pizza for what they like. For our sauce, we do, for the chicken barbecue, we do half pizza sauce and half homemade barbecue sauce. You can check out our recipe for our Traeger barbecue sauce in another video. I'll put a link in the description for you. So for our chicken barbecue, we like to do chicken, bacon, with our half pizza sauce and half barbecue sauce mixture. We usually top ours with a little bit of garlic from the garden and some sliced mozzarella. The kids are going to do sausage and pepperoni and mushrooms on theirs. Alright, are you guys happy with your pizzas? You got everything on there that you want? Alright. Look at those delicious things. So we load ours up pretty thick, and the thing that we love about the pizzas on the Traeger is it's convection style, so it'll cook the bottom and the top at the same time. So even if it's thick and full of stuff, it'll still cook it and make it nice and crispy. Okay, so keep everything on 400, same as before. And depending on how much you loaded yours up, it might be kind of hefty, but Should just slide off real nice onto the grill. Okay, now close your lid and keep it on there for 3 to 5 minutes. Well, there you go. Once your pizza's to your liking, just pull it off the Traeger and cut it up and... Hey bro, can I get a slice? Sure, man. Oh, thanks, man. This is righteous. Hey man, you care if I do the outro this time? I don't see why not. This is Retired at 40. Remember to live life simple. We'll catch you dudes next time.
Could you see my face?
No more crotch shots.
One.
I'll edit that, Kelly. Hold the thing down, honey. Remember the button?
Well, you're being recorded right now, so watch how you talk to me. Okay, it's on.
Our first step is to make our homemade crust. It's not going to work.
We do.
So,
It's instant yeast, not dry yeast.
yeah.
I'll start over, Brian. I mean, your intro was great. But... Can you just do like our first step again?
What?
Did you already put the yeast in there?